This episode of Bitchin' Kitchen is for the boys. That's right, we're gonna make a manly meal with all kinds of meat. In fact, I even wanted to make a meat dessert, but the network said, no, Nadia, you've gone too far. They have a point. Wouldn't want this show to get too crazy. I don't want to hear it anymore. Compact jetpack. Today, we're gonna cook up a macho spread and give you boys the inside scoop on all kinds of juicy topics, like how to hit on chicks without being creepy, what women really want, you'd be surprised, and finally, how to cook a meal so good you can get any girl you want from Lithuania. First up, spicy cherry bomb poppers, stuffed full of cheese and bacon. For the main, Montreal smoked meat hash, topped with a fried egg and salsa. And for dessert, Boozy s'mores fondue. Panos talks Montreal smoked meat.
Versus pastrami. We'll see whose meat gets beat.
The spice agent reports on marshmallows.
What? I didn't hear. Well, what'd you say? What spice? What's the spice, Nadia?
Hans weighs the pros and cons of a protein-heavy diet.
On the one hand, on the other hand.
I'm Nadia G, and this one's for the boys. I think I said that already, no? I gotta say, I was pretty surprised to find out how many men watch Bitchin' Kitchen. Well, straight men. I know what you're thinking. What's so surprising? You're a gorgeous, hilarious chick that cooks like a god. You make me blush. But honestly, I don't think that's why guys tune in. I think it's my relentless yapping, on and on and on and on in this grating voice. It comforts them, like a nagging girlfriend that kind of still loves you a bit, huh? Huh? But yeah, now go take out the recycling. Let's get cooking. We're gonna start with our cherry bomb poppers stuffed full of cheese and maple bacon. Here I got 4 strips of minced maple bacon. Scaff it in a pan, turn the heat to medium, and cook them until they're nice and crispy, about 8 minutes. We'll drain this bacon onto our filling. In a mixing bowl, add 4 ounces of softened cream cheese and 2 ounces of aged cheddar. This one's 3 years old. Scaff in our drained crispy bacon bits. Wow, this cheddar and bacon is gonna add so much flavor to these poppers as opposed to just bland cream cheese. Speaking of bland, man, what's up with young guys these days? They're like delicate flowers with little skinny jean stems. You look at them and they look away, all demure. It's like they're scared of women or something. But don't be intimidated, man. So what if we're totally dominating universities, businesses, and can basically reproduce without you? Come flirt a bit. No pressure, jeez. Now scaff this mixture in a piping bag. If you don't have a piping bag, you could use a sack. I love that word, sack. Say it, sack. With the sack, you don't just scaff it in a sack, you would cut the end, like one of the corners. Or else it's not gonna come out. The old twist. Pepper time! Here I got a bunch of marinated cherry peppers. These are hot, but you could also use mild ones if you're a nerd. Now what you do, remove the stem, stick your finger in, remove the seeds. Grab another, remove the stem. Let's just get it out. Now, stuff each of these peppers full of our mixture. Yeah. Another gorgeous one. Look at that color. Our peppers are stuffed. Now you want to create a dipping station. A cup of flour, 2 beaten eggs, and a cup of panko. First things first, dredge the peps in the flour. Into the beaten eggs it goes. Panko time. Now you want to be careful handling these peppers. The panko is delicate. You don't want to remove it all. So easy does it. This panko is gonna make them super crunchy. These are gonna be amazing. I love fried food, but you gotta watch out. Too much of the good stuff is gonna get you. I know, what do manly men care, right? Well, studies show that male body image dissatisfaction has tripled in the last 25 years. I know, it really is so sad that men feel objectified these days. All that insecurity brought on by perfect models and unrealistic beauty standards. Really, my heart goes out to you. I can't imagine how stressful that must be. I'm gonna take a minute to cry me a river. And when we get back, we're gonna scoff these poppers and get cracking on our smoked meat hash. Welcome back to Dude Foods. Now, in this postmodern, gender-neutral world, what does Dude Foods even mean? The answer is simple: hearty dishes that give you gas. The harder question is, what's a dude? A man dude. When it comes to defining masculinity, even the Merriam-Webster dictionary is stumped. They define it as having qualities associated with a man, with no list of those qualities. But that's like describing Alfredo sauce as Alfredo-ish, or trash as Nickelbacky. But in a way, that's a good thing. Lets a new generation redefine themselves by wearing shawls and their mother's vintage glasses. You nerds. Let's finish these cherry pepper poppers. Our peppers are stuffed and breaded. Now we're just gonna fry them up in 350-degree canola oil, or any oil with a high smoke point, for a minute or two until they're golden and crispy. Just sprinkle them with a little bit of salt. Let's plate this dish. Ah! Man, the crisp exterior, sweet, spicy, tangy cherry peppers, and this filling, creamy cheddar, crispy maple bacon. Ooh! This pepper's spicy! I can feel the chest hair growing as we speak. No, wait, that's just emphysema. Never mind. Next up, Montreal smoked meat hash. Basically a mashup of meat, potatoes, and onions. Now, old school dudes love meat and potatoes. You know what else they love? Saying really inappropriate things to women. Top 3 list time.
Number 3.
Okay, so some dude tries to pick me up telling me he's a programmer / banker. So I'm like, oh, you're into predictive analytics. You should have seen his face. His eyes were bulging out of his head. Wow, you're so smart. He looked like he just saw a monkey do a tap dance. Yes, women are smart.
Number 2.
Never tell us dad jokes. Like, love the dress. Good thing I didn't wear mine tonight. Har, har, har. Or, I love blondes, but it wouldn't suit me. Har, har. It's weird, because every guy says this. It's like the same little crappy joke eggs live inside all of you and hatch after 50.
Number 1.
Never tell us that your favorite actor is Ryan Gosling or Jude Law. I don't know, man. It's best to keep these private things to yourself. Let's make this hash. Heat 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil in a pan on medium-high. Add 1/2 diced onion, 1/2 diced red pepper, add 4 cloves of minced garlic, saute for 3 minutes. Now turn the heat down to medium and add 1.5 pounds of new potatoes. Mine are multicolored because I'm spack. But you could use regular new potatoes if you want to be less spacky. Cook for another 15 to 20 minutes until the potatoes are fork tender. While this cooks, here's Panos with more on smoked meat.
Thanks, Nads. A lot of people think Montreal smoked meat is the same as pastrami. No way, bro. Like we say in Greece, just because both your wife and your uncle are hairy, doesn't mean you can beat them with the same stick. Sure, smoked meat and pastrami are both briskets that have been smoked and then steamed. But the similarities end there. Like with any dish, it's the special blend of spices that makes all the difference, man. Montreal smoked meat is a lot more aromatic. It's dry cured with tons of peppercorns and coriander, cumin seeds and fennel seeds and mustard seeds, paprika. Pastrami, on the other hand, is brine cured with less spice and a lot more sugar. So this gives us two very different results. Pastrami tastes sweeter and Montreal smoked meat tastes better. Easy there, angry New Yorkers. Don't hate the player, hate the brine, bro.
Thanks, Panos. Our potatoes are cooked. We're gonna add 1 pound of chopped smoked meat. Shuffle it around for 2 minutes until it's heated through. When we get back, we're gonna finish up this smoked meat hash and talk about what women really want. Stay hungry. Well, stay hungry metaphorically. Could get a snack in the fridge if you want. And we're back with Dude Foods, an episode for the boys. A lot of men wonder, what do women want? Nah, I can't speak for all chicks, but I could really go for a vodka rocks right now. When it comes to romance, though, I think it's easier to tackle what women don't want. Let's start with seeing you in your raggedy underpants. Nadia, I don't understand how underwear can get so strupiada, torn to shreds, hanging onto the elastic band through sheer persistence alone. Do you wrangle angry gerbils at night? Or maybe you're like part of some mysterious fight club where you claw at each other's briefs. I mean, you have an office job, man. How does underwear get that way? Makes no sense. Our smoked meat hash is almost done. Let's make our salsa now. In a food processor, throw in 4 San Marzano tomatoes, half a red pepper, diced, 1 scallion, chopped, 5 of these cherry peppers, I kept the seeds, 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger, half a teaspoon of chipotle powder, 2 tablespoons of champagne vinegar, you could also use regular vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Throw 2 cloves of chopped garlic in there, a big pinch of sea salt, and peps. Now you want to blend this for about a minute until it's smooth-ish. Ah, this looks so good. It's chilies and tomatoes. They really smell that garlic. I love it. Now I like to scoff hash with a fried egg. So heat a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil in a non-stick pan on medium-low. And crack an egg in there. You want to cook this for about 2.5 minutes. Look at this, we've got eggs, we've got smoked meat hash. It's a protein party, all right. Here's Hans with his report.
Miss G, lots of people think that eating a meat-heavy diet is an easy way to get fit. It's also an easy way to get a heart attack. Sure, protein is healthy, but you have to get your protein from different sources, not just meat. Soy, quinoa, beans, broccoli, asparagus. Protein shakes are also an excellent way to get ripped, without the saturated fat and nasty hormones. Tim Lang, an advisor to the World Health Organization, says we should only eat meat once a week. And that's because the human body wasn't meant to consume animals all the time. Back in the day, we'd hunt and catch an animal if we were lucky, or kill one for a special feast. Our digestive systems, they still work that way. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not preaching vegetarianism, but I do preach Scientology on the weekends. All I'm trying to say is, go easy with the meat, or you'll die.
Thanks, Hans. Add some salt and pepper to the egg. Grab some of this smoked meat hash. Yeah. Slide our fried egg over top. Bit of salsa. And bon appetit. Buttery yolk, tender smoked meat with all those spices. Got the potatoes, the onions, and the salsa. Makes me happy. It's nice to be happy sometimes. Dessert time, and we're gonna be making a bitchin' spin on s'mores. For most guys, simplicity is key when it comes to dessert. Too bad they don't apply that same logic to picking up chicks. Honestly, if you find a girl beautiful, just tell her. There's no need for snazzy pickup lines. I don't know how many times I've met gorgeous bartenders that have been like, do you want to run a tab or should I close it up? If you want me, just say it. There's no need for all this fancy talk. When we get back, we're gonna make these s'mores, and I'm gonna tell you what I love most about guys. Is that even interesting?
You mentioned s'mores, so,
And we're back with Dude Foods. I've always had a lot of guy friends. Well, till I got a TV show there. Now I prefer to hang out with yes people and nymphs. But I love guys. All beefy, those toasty buns. You can dress them up how you like.
that's a burger.
You're right. That is a burger. Oh, let's make these s'mores, huh? We're gonna start with our chocolate sauce. Get a double boiler going. Basically, you simmer a cup of water in a pot, add a metal bowl on top, and sakata, a double boiler. Throw in 2 cups of chopped dark chocolate. Add 1/3 cup of whipping cream and stir until it's melted, about 3 minutes. Now, we're gonna add 1/4 cup of whiskey. You could also use Irish cream, coffee liquor, whatever you like. Nice. Our Boozy chocolate sauce is done. Here I got a cup of graham cracker crumbs and some marshmallows. Before we toast these babies, here's the spice agent with more on marshmallows.
Thank you, Nadia. But what exactly are you trying to say? In the middle of Dude Foods, you're sending me off to do marshmallow? Well, like, it's not even a spice. And we absolutely do not have marshmallow in Ra'anana. I actually think it's illegal here, along with Q-tips and WD-40. But since I actually really needed a paycheck this week, I went on Ra'ananapedia to give my fans a little something. So what I found out is the modern marshmallow typically consists of sugar, water, gelatin that has been softened in hot water, dextrose, vanilla flavoring, and all this whipped into a spongy consistency. Pfft, big deal. And listen to this, some marshmallow recipe use eggs. So what? And here's another thing I don't understand. It's a popular tradition in America to roasting or toasting marshmallow over the fire. You take a marshmallow, you put it in a skewer or stick, and you put it on the fire. If you're gonna do that, make a kebab like a real man.
Thanks,
Yecheskel Mizrahi.
time to toast these marshmallows.
Stop saying it like that.
What? That's how it should be said. It feels like a marshmallow, right? Here I got some cooking gel fuel. You know, the stuff you use in camping stoves. Light it up. Now skewer a marshmallow and toast it over the flame. So you gotta take your time with marshmallows. You don't wanna burn them. You want a nice toasty color, a golden color. Now dunk this beautiful toasted marshmallow into our chocolate whiskey fondue. And then in the graham cracker crumbs. Look at this. Just look at it. Are you ready for some awesomeness in your face hole? I am. Mwah! The gooey marshmallow covered in dark chocolate, you can really taste the whiskey. What I love is it's versatile. You don't have graham crackers, just eat the chocolate. You don't have chocolate, you eat the marshmallow. You don't have marshmallows, you drink the whiskey. And I gotta say, today's menu was fantastic. Cherry pepper poppers, smoked meat hash, and Boozy s'mores fondue. And all of these are easy, tasty dishes that any dude can make. As for the guys who can't even fry an egg, well, we actually covered that. Just rewind the DVR. Sure, this episode was for the boys, but at the end of the day, there ain't that much of a difference between men and women, man. We both bleed red, we both just want to be happy, and in America, we both even have boobs. As the old Italian saying goes, guys, girls, it's all the same at 4 a.m. in a latex toga. Alla prossima!